Hey guys, in this video I wanted to cover the new limited time collaboration that we're getting in Diablo Immortal. Yesterday Blizzard officially announced that we are indeed getting a collaboration event with Hearthstone, and there are a few leaks floating around, but this news is now official, and I wanted to quickly go over the blog post that was shared by Blizzard, so let's bring this up here. Just before we start reading this, I do want to say something which a lot of you might not know about me. I'm actually a huge fan of Hearthstone, and even before Diablo Immortal released, I was actually playing that game along with a few other games, and I actually climbed all the way up to Legend rank, which does take quite a while. It's similar to how you want to climb to a legend rank in BGs in Diablo Immortal. It might be a little bit harder actually, but that game is super fun and it requires a lot of strategy and a lot of knowledge of the cards and the mechanics, but it also has quite a lot of RNG and quite a lot of crazy moments. It's playable both on PC and on mobile, so if you haven't checked it out, then I definitely recommend you guys to check it out. But with that said, let's go ahead and read this. Wield powerful cards from Hearthstone for a limited time. Starting from July the 30th, collect Hearthstone themed cards, illustrious cosmetics, and summon iconic powers in Sanctuary, battle through the Trial of Hearth, slay in the Enchanted Plains, and earn the powerful Manaflux legendary gem. So just as Blizzard has done in the past with these collaborations, it seems like Blizzard is releasing an exclusive legendary gem, which is probably only going to be available to craft during the actual event, and then unfortunately you will have to craft it with Telluric Pearls or buy it from the market. This is going to be my guess, and this will probably be a 2-star gem from how I understand it, so I'm curious to see what this Manaflux reads. So let's just read on here and see what's coming. So here we've got the Heroes of the Hearth event, and this is going to be from July 30th until August 27th. So my guess is that this is kind of like the event pass that we usually get every month, and this is going to be Hearthstone themed. I really hope that they do give us like 10 legendary crests and also a copy of the new gem. That's usually what they do with these collaboration events, so I can't wait for this one. So it reads, acquire powerful cards to bolster your greatness. All cards can be earned through the Heroes of the Hearth event hub and are all either common or rare rarities. If you decide to purchase one of the Hearthstone themed bundles in the game shop, you also receive a free card as a bonus. Okay, I'm not too sure how many of you will be interested in that, but we can see here there's 18 cards that you can get within the game, and I recognize a lot of these cards. These are pretty common class cards that you do see in Hearthstone. You've got Polymorph for the Mage, you've got the Bash for the Warrior, and then obviously the secret traps for Hunter and stuff like that. Back in the day, my favorite classes to play in Hearthstone were Hunter, just because you could be very aggressive and hit down the enemy directly, and also Priest was fun just with all the shenanigans that you can do. Warlock is also a really fun class with the card draw mechanics and also the life drain mechanics. Let's just read on and see what else is coming. So we've got Slay in the Trial of the Hearth. So this is probably Trial of the Hordes, but it's going to be Hearthstone themed, so it seems like we get a choice between 2 cards. One card will be an active buff and takes effect from the start of the match, and the second will be a combat orb that's related to the card that you pick. Interesting, and you can pick 2 of them here, and then it says that you also get some random card effects while you're fighting. So I'm interested to see just how much this is going to shake up Trial of Hordes. I'm not a huge fan of these returner events, as I've said before, but maybe this one will make things interesting. So let's move on here. So you've got another returner event here. This is the Enchanted Plains, which is a play on the Fracture Plains. For this one, it says that you'll select 3 cards to aid your fight within the Vicious Gauntlet. 1 card will be activated from the start of the match, while the other 2 will drop from Chaotic Altars and Treasure Chests while playing. So this is also kind of the same as the Trial of Hordes, so you also pick from the cards that you unlock. So I'm guessing basically that you want to be unlocking the cards here from the event pass as soon as possible, so you have more choice and more kind of gameplay options for these 2 limited time events. Moving on now to the big news, which I think a lot of you will be excited for. We've got the Manaflux legendary gem, and just from an aesthetic perspective, this gem looks absolutely amazing. So let's just read what it says. I hope it has a cool effect just as how it looks. The effect of this gem reads, generate mana over time, allowing you to spend it all when you use a skill. While above a portion of your maximum life, spending your mana will call forth Ragnaros to hurl a fireball at nearby enemies. While below a portion of your maximum life, you call an acidic swamp ooze to spew acid at nearby enemies. So this seems to be kind of similar to the Crimson Behelit in terms of the effect. So you've got an effect that will trigger while you're above a certain amount of maximum life, and an effect that will trigger whenever you fall below a certain amount of maximum life. So it says, additionally, Ragnaros' fireball will now burn enemies. Okay, this is awesome. And the acidic swamp ooze acid spew will silence enemies, preventing the use of skills. So as far as the acidic swamp ooze, this is going to be mainly for PvP. This could be really good, preventing the use of skills is really popular at the moment, especially with gems like Fall to Grass, which disable the use of dash skills. So we'll just have to wait and see how good this effect is going to be. But as far as the effects when you're above a certain portion of maximum life, you're going to summon Ragnaros, who's like the big Fire Lord in Hearthstone. He's a really, really cool card. If you have him, a legendary card, really, really powerful. And Ragnaros' trademark attack is that he likes to fling fireballs randomly at enemies, and these just deal a huge amount of damage, so I'll be curious to see what the actual numbers are for this. But the important thing is that this gem is going to burn enemies, and as far as I know, there's no gems that really burn enemies besides Roiling Consequence, and that gem is absolutely crazy, so I could definitely see this one also being really, really crazy. Just for the burning effects alone, I do think that this will be worth crafting. So do definitely save up your Telluric Fragments and Fading Embers for this one, guys. If we just go take a look in game, I've been saving these since the last event that we had. So I've got 3.3k Fading Embers, and these can be converted here at this NPC next to the Elder Rift. So every 5 Fading Embers will grant you 1 Telluric Fragment, and with 80 Telluric Fragments you can craft 1 copy of the new gem when it releases. So this is really good because I can craft so many of these, and I've already got 1,327 Telluric Fragments. Some of you are probably wondering how I've got so many. This is all based on how many rare crests you run. So every rare crest is going to give you 4 of the Telluric Fragments. As you can see here, I've got 3 rare crests entered here, and this gives me 12 fragments. So it's obviously worth running these rare crests while the event is active if you have them. And then also try not to spend these on other gems, crafting some of these other ones until the event is live. As usual, it's the same stuff with these collabs. Usually these gems are very, very good, and it's worth saving the materials. Let's go ahead and go back to the notes here and see if there's anything else mentioned. So we'll scroll down here. Blaze your enemies with new familiars. Okay, let's read this. So we're getting the Core Rager and also Little Ragnaros. These are looking really, really nice with the flame effects here. So are these new familiars or new skins? Let's just read. Does it say here? Okay, so it says familiar skins, unfortunately. So these aren't going to be new familiars. These are just going to be skins. And it says here that Little Ragnaros gives you a bonus when playing the Trial of Hearth and the Enchanted Plane, delivering epic boons to aid you against monsters of all kinds. I mean, this is not really that impressive, to be honest. These are both limited time events, so I would have liked to see some other kind of bonus here for these familiar skins, like for example with the Murloc skin. I do remember that we do have a chance to get extra fish while we're fishing, so I would have liked to see some better bonuses here. But as far as how these look, I think these look really, really epic. I just really hope that these are not both paid. It would really be nice if at least one of them is going to be free in the events center that we do get. Let's move on here, see if there's anything else. I think this is the last thing. So we've got the Gleam Moon Phantom Market. This is looking really, really cool just from this image here. So these are 2 very prominent characters in Hearthstone. We've got Malfurion Stormrage and Tyrande, which are the druids in Hearthstone. So we're getting kind of a druid theme, but obviously this will be available for all classes, as with other Phantom Markets. So there's not really too much said in the description here as far as the overall cost for this, but my guess is this is going to work similar to the Berserk Phantom Market, where we had 2 skins that you could unlock. So I can't wait to see this one and try it out. So that's it as far as this blog post, guys. It's kind of interesting. There's no mention of any boss fight or something like that. I do remember for the Berserk collaboration, we had a exclusive boss fight, which was Nosferatu Zod. That wasn't super good in my opinion, but we did get a chance to get a copy of the new legendary gem, the Crimson Behelit, so maybe they're also going to reveal like a boss fight or something Hearthstone themed event that they haven't mentioned in this blog post, so I will keep my eyes peeled for that one. So this will all be releasing on the 30th of July, which is only a week from now, so I can't wait to actually try this out. I'm really hyped for the new gem. I'm really glad that there will be a burning effect added to the game. But as always, do let me know, guys. I'm kind of curious to know, is there any Hearthstone fans among you, or is there any card games in general fans among you? I do think that Blizzard is probably trying to capitalize on pulling in some players from DI into Hearthstone as well, because it is actually a mobile game too. That's everything that I wanted to cover in this video, guys. Just a quick announcement for those of you that aren't aware. We do currently have the Elder Rift race event that's just gone live, and I was streaming it for 7 hours yesterday, which was really fun. I'm kind of sad that this Nightmare mode is only running from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m, so only 3 hours every day, but this is a really fun mode if you haven't tried it already, and also the rewards are very nice. If you can complete it in under 4 minutes, then you get some guaranteed triple stat exceptional set items and also legendary items. And as far as the leaderboard, we're currently sitting at rank 1. So this is a region-based server leaderboard, so a cross-server leaderboard based on your region. Not a global leaderboard like the Druid trial race, unfortunately, but this is still going to be fun and competitive. And the rewards for this are also really, really nice. I think I went through them in a previous video, so I'm not going to do it here. But for the first place, for example, you can get the Rift Racer Champion nameplate, which can be modified to a unique title. This is going to last for 90 days, but it's still super cool. And also 10 crests, but you can watch my previous video on this. I've gone through this event in detail. If you're curious about the strategies that we use for this, then do join into my stream. I will be streaming for the full 3 hours while this event is active, and probably going to be streaming over the next few days as well. So if you don't want to miss out on when I go live, then consider subscribing to my channel or joining my newly created Discord server, and you can get the announcements there. For now, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.
What?